And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Now you may know our next two guests from their popular roles in films like Barbershop, Don't Be a Menace to Society, Crash, and Love Jones. But they're also making headlines today for the hit show star on Power, on Stars. Joining me now is Larenz Tate, who plays Councilman Tate on the show, and his brother Lahmard Tate, who we saw last night as Kamal Tate. Thank you both for joining us here on The Factor Uncensored. Did you guys realize just how big Power would be?
Oh man, we were Power fans.
Yeah.
Before
advocate viewers.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't think anyone expected it to be such a colossal show that it has become, you know, for the culture and beyond. It really is something that is special and one that we can all be very proud of. And to be a part of such a huge show such as Power, it's phenomenal.
Now, you arrived in season 4, right?
Correct. I came in season 4.
And then in season 6, we get to see your brother play your brother.
How does that happen? It's great. I'm just happy I made it to season 6 to be able to bring my brother on. You know what I mean? Yes. So, you know, when the opportunity came about for my character to have a brother and some of my backstory, Courtney Kemp, the creator, we talked about who might be some good possibilities. And my first person was this guy. This is my first choice.
Right.
And I'm happy that she totally got it immediately. She says that makes so much sense. And I waited for a little while to give him the information. I wanted the character to be written. I wanted everything to be locked and loaded. So when I can call him, that there was no, you know, discrepancies of it was going to happen or not.
And what was your reaction when you got that call, knowing you're going to work with your brother?
I was overwhelmed. You know, I was overjoyed. And I was prepared for it. That's what I was. And, you know, to be able to be on the show as it's going out in its final season and it being the #1 show in cable, I was grateful to have that opportunity to share that stage with this guy right here.
Yeah. Now, this wasn't the first time working on screen, on camera with your brother.
No, we had worked together maybe 15, 20 years ago. And
probably longer than that.
Yeah, probably a little bit longer, but it was a movie for TV called Seeds of Tragedy for Fox, and it was, you know, a long time coming to come back to work together as adults, and
we were youngsters then.
Yeah,
we didn't even have any facial hair back then.
Well, I probably did, man. I started growing facial hair about 10 years old.
He was born with a beard. You know, but it was a really fun experience.
It was.
You know, to be able to get more to Councilman Tate's backstory. A lot of times people see him come into a scene, do his thing with ghosts, and he's out. But now that we are able to really go back and you know peel back some layers to see who the man really is, was a special time for me. And again, to share with my brother, it was just, you know, really a nice icing on the cake.
Now, initially, it was supposed to be only 3 episodes. Right. And now here we are in season 6.
Yeah, originally I was supposed to play a totally different character. I was supposed to play Terry Silver, who was a lawyer of James St. Patrick Ghost. But I was working on another project. Schedules didn't permit for me to get freed up to do the part, and it went away. And I called Courtney after I was done with my project, and I said, listen, I just want to come and rock. I don't care if it's 1 episode, whatever it is. And she says, I got something different and something special. Right. It's a politician. Would you be into that? I'm like, yeah, I'll play a politician. Let's do it.
There you go.
And so, you know, the rest is history, and here we are.
And of course, does this bring you a new audience?
Correct.
New followers out there since you've joined Power?
Sure, absolutely. I mean, the eyeballs that are on this show are just, I mean, the span is just really, really huge. And so for me, for those who may know my past work or Lamar's past work, that's great, but there's a whole new audience that are watching it, and the demographic is pretty expansive. I mean, I have people from all walks of life that talk to me about how much they love the
Councilman Tate.
Yeah, right. Who did it? What's going on? So it's just really nice to be able to be even reintroduced to a whole new audience. And it's interesting because I have sons. One of my sons, he's a kid. He's 10 and he's 11 now. But at the time, when he was 10, he said his friends watched the show because my kids, they're not allowed to watch Power. Like, hold up, y'all can't watch. But he's like, yeah, my friend watches you on Power and the show, the show, and he said you were doing. I was like, don't listen to him. Just go read your books and do what you need to do. But
we're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back and talk to you. We'll have more with the Tate Brothers after the break. Stay with us.
So you fought the law and you won, my brother. Rashad Tate, councilman in Queens. The Queens Child Project. This is our chance to make a difference.
You stick close to me, and I'll be pulling you up with me to the top.
That I declare my bid for governor of New York. Your past, it needs to stay there.
What you trying to say?
Running for governor, your ship is going down. I ain't going down with it.
And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Again, we're talking with Larenz and Lahmard Tate from the hit show Power on Stars. Before we get back to Power, shocking news yesterday on Kobe Bryant that just threw us all for a loop. Your response or your reaction to that?
I couldn't believe it. I mean, lost for words. What an icon that the world has lost. He was a giant, someone who was globally known and renowned, and to lose him, obviously his child and the people that were a part of the helicopter, it was just mind blowing. I was completely shocked. I was in my hotel room and I took a knee, just because it just took me out, just to think about a man who lost his life along with others and his child. It just was incredible. I called my wife and we spoke, and I immediately FaceTimed my son who's 13, same age as Gigi, and it was just something that really rocked us all. I called my brothers, Larenz and Lahmard, and we were just in awe. And to see what Kobe has done, I mean, the world really has stopped. Just because he was such a colossal, person, and for us to lose him, it's just tragic.
And we all knew him since 18 years old, seeing him
growing up with
your response to that?
I immediately, as a grown man, I cry. I call my children, because to know that this man who worked hard and was very focused at everything that he had done, and at the age of 41 was gone. It makes you take a look at life and say, we may work as hard as we want to, but we need to share the feelings of love and compassion with those that are around us. And I just called my children. I spoke with my other brother Larenz, and called my parents. And it was about a moment of reaching out to your loved ones and letting them know at that very moment, I love you. Nothing can, be taken for granted, and just be prepared to know that no day is given to you. Right. So work at that day you got. Kobe was a hard worker. He was a focused man, and I take from that, learn to apply that focus, that due diligence he had to be as great as you can. And I try to share that with my children.
Absolutely. That's it. Tough day for many people around the world yesterday. But back to you guys in Power. For those who have not seen Power, those who don't watch Power, they probably don't exist.
They don't exist.
What could you say to them to get them to tune in on Stars?
Man, come on. Get with it. I don't know many people who don't watch Power or who don't know about it. It's definitely must-see TV, and it's something that you do not want to miss, especially with the finale. The finale is going to be shocking and amazing, and I can't say. Now
there have been some leaks, but you guys have shot several different versions, right?
because the genius Courtney Kemp, who is our showrunner, wanted to make sure, just in case people start talking, there are leaks, and so you'll leak a variation of them, so it throws you off. And even with the actors, like a lot of us don't know which version they're gonna pop in. So we will see very soon what is the The Answer.
On the 9th, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. The Tate Brothers joining us here on The Factor Uncensored. Thank you guys for coming.
Appreciate you.
And we love your work.
Thank you so much.
On Power.
Thank you.